Hi. So I wanted to talk about this book. It is by Yoshitomo Nara, The Lonesome Puppy. It is a children's book, and I thought it would be interesting to talk about it since I did the video for his retrospective at LACMA. They just sadly closed on Monday, but it was beautiful, and you can like check it out on my YouTube channel. Um, so the book, it's really cute. It's really simple. It was actually published in 1999, so it's been quite a few years since it was first published, and because of that it's out of print, so it's really hard to get a new copy of the book. Luckily, the San Diego Central Library and in the sister libraries, they have a copy, so if you live in San Diego you can like also borrow it after I return it because there's only one copy. The book is really cute. The inside and the pictures accompanied by the story is very Yoshitomo Nara, late 1990s, early 2000s, and you'll see also that style with some of the paintings included in the retrospective that I made a video for. I found this book very interesting because just the concept of writing a children's book is something very close to Nara, as he has mentioned in many interviews that he grew up reading a lot of books and stories and was really taken and highly influenced by children's books, and children's books from all over, from storybooks from the West, like Aesop's Fables and The Little House, to children's books in Germany and from Japan, specifically from an author called Takeshi Mutai, that was an author, one of Nara's favorite authors as a child. He was actually an author, a poet, an illustrator, and he wrote children's books, and they were like very whimsical and like fantasy and very quirky, and children and talking animals getting in all these sorts of like adventurous stories. The children's kind of challenged the idea of like a well-behaved child, as in like they were kind of like this defiant, adventurous, independent individuals. So that was like very unique, and it was like also beautifully done with the illustrations of an artist, because he was basically an artist illustrator. So there was like these beautiful pictures in the books that little Nara would read. So this book, I bet you, is like a very close to the heart project that he wanted to do probably for a long time, and then it presented the opportunity to do it. So I find it very interesting as a passion project, and it's beautifully done, with all the illustrations, but also the story, because the story is very symbolic. It's seemingly very simple, because it is um about a puppy so large that no one sees him until a determined little girl climbs high enough to meet him and become his friend. So it's like a very simple story, very minimalist, very a la Yoshitomo Nara, but very symbolic, as I said, because at the end, if you read the very end, and his dedication, it says, this book is dedicated to physically challenged children everywhere, and to Mishi and Lodo in Amsterdam. So it's just like this very cute Yoshitomo Nara little girl. I think it could be a fantastic conversation starter to have with a child, as it pertains to how different we look and how the other one feels, and being empathetic, and trying to be kind with one another. So it could be taken in very different directions, and in a very great positive light. So I thought it was a very simple, good story with beautiful illustrations. 10 out of 10.